Walking Macau Streets. Dear Lord, show me a sign. Give me a map. Oh yeah.
Concordia Avenue, Concordia, Macau. So this one, we're going to be exploring a pretty cool street. I'm going to be narrating and showing it to you. And it's in this particular area. I got the map behind me so you can get an idea. And when you look at the map, you can kind of see that it's near the ocean. And little that you might not know, there's other streets in this area called like the first street of the neighborhood of Concordia, second street of... And also Concordia is kind of a name that floats around a lot in Macau, different places, sometimes schools and stuff like that. So it made me curious, like, why is this area called Concordia? Like, why did they choose that name? And when I did my research, it was very, very difficult to find out why. The word sounds English to me, and a lot of stuff that's like history of Macau will usually be in Chinese or Portuguese. And I just couldn't really find anything in English despite the name, and it doesn't help because Concordia is such a common English name. Anyways, what I did find out was there was a giant ship that was taken deep inland in Macau during this massive typhoon in 1874, September 22, 1874. And there's wreckage that just kind of went throughout Macau, and there's, having been here during typhoons, the storm surge brings things in, and this one, I guess, it brought it in significantly inland. And I started researching where that was at, and according to this one website I was looking at called Macau Intigo, which does a lot of Macau history, it came into a paddy field near Green Island. And so on the map you can see Green Island, and then this Concordia is like near there. So I'm kind of guessing that the paddy field was there. And since this was 1874, you know, Macau was expanding more and more in that area. So probably when that Concordia ship landed there, it probably stayed there for quite a while, I would imagine. I would like to know more about this actually. But nonetheless, I think what happened is they just called the whole area Concordia because that's where that Concordia ship was at. And so probably, you know, when Macau was expanding and they're like creating these streets and making it more, you know, housing and things like that, they probably decided, you know, why don't we just, everybody knows it, that's where the Concordia ship, you know, went inland and through that typhoon, and why don't we just call it Concordia? I could be wrong, but there are some interesting coincidences there, and maybe somebody who would know a lot more, you know, you could do more research. I'm not really, you know, I'm not a historian, I'm not researching, I'm just kind of a person that's really interested in Macau, and I'm filming the streets. The streets are super cool, and but anyways, I just wanted to share that Concordia is a ship, and it's a massive one, and it did end up in this area of Macau in 1874. So anyways, this is about seeing the street, and it's pretty long, so forgive me for this long introduction about it. Okay, Concordia, Macau, Concordia Avenue. Okay, so this is Avenue, Concordia Avenue, and then that's also the Chinese name. And what we're gonna do is just document what it looks like. You see all the tall buildings all the way down. And we're gonna be walking all the way down. And this is an area that I haven't really filmed before for whatever reason. But we're gonna film it today. We're just gonna walk directly down that direction and give you another slice of what Macau looks like. Yeah, and this is actually called Concordia. So, Concordia Avenue. Okay, so Concordia Avenue, you can also see all these tall buildings all the way over there. I think that's all social housing. And it kind of goes, we're kind of near this area called Qingmao, which is where the border is at to mainland China. And we're just gonna kind of venture into the street a little bit, give you an idea what it looks like. We also have all these little alleys in here too, so they sell fruit, pork. This is kind of funny because there's references to Macau, but also when they buy pork, they'll have the pictures of pigs, which is something that in a Western culture will usually separate it. So you know, there's pork and pig, and people don't really think about what they're eating. So there's that wall of apartments right there. Kind of interesting, that little shape right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna walk down Concordia Avenue, show you sights of Macau. Okay. I'm gonna try to go ahead of these. There we go. So yeah, Concordia Avenue. Another slice of what Macau looks like. Real estate. And we're not too far from the border. There's several border points in this area. One is Qingmao, which is foreigners are not allowed to use that border point. And then there's also Gongbei, which is where foreigners can. It's a little bit, that's maybe a 15-minute walk where the foreigners can cross over. And then but the Qingmao is just a few minutes away. So, okay. So let me see here. So actually that's our street right there. Avenida, Concordia. And then this one is, we're kind of in this Patane area, so you'll see this Patane reference as well, right there. Travessa Norte de Patane and Concordia. So we're going to keep on walking down Concordia. Give you an idea what it looks like. There's actually a lot of streets I haven't filmed in this area. Let me see. A little bit of a factory. Soy. So it's like a nut factory. Vita. It's Soy trucks. Soy forklifts. Let's see if we can get around. Okay. So let me just kind of see. We'll try to give you some idea where we are exactly. So that's basically the street that we just walked down, and they're also cleaning it a little bit, and we're going to keep on walking down, and then we're going to come to the ending of this particular one. So let me keep on going down. There's a waterfront all the way down that way to the other side of these blue buildings. So we're going to keep on going down. And now you can see we're on another cross street right there. So I think we're going to go underneath here a little bit. Just kind of see how we're going to do this. Bus stop. Places to sit. Yeah, when you get near the border, there's more of these places to be outside with park benches and things like that. Bus stops. It's kind of a major bus stop. I think it's like a terminal ending spot for buses to end their route. Then you have this open space up here. Lots of places to sit as well. Big giant public park. And our Concordia just keeps on going down this way more. Okay, so we're going to keep on going down Concordia Avenue. Got a giant 7-Eleven right there. 7-Elevens are pretty common place. Let me see. Got a bakery there. It's kind of dark. This is I think a category 1 was the other day, and I think we're getting the after effects of the rain. Kind of an older fish restaurant. Overlook. Okay. So let's just keep on going down here. Photo. Let's see here. This has kind of come out a little bit. Looks like they're doing some work here. I don't know if that's post. It wasn't really windy, so I don't know. I think that could be like post typhoon or something. Okay, so we're still going down Concordia. Make sure we're still on Concordia. No, actually this is different street now. So this is actually called Rua Nova de Patane. So that's actually, if you keep going, that would go into something totally different. Even though it's the same street, sometimes the street names change. So this is a different street, and then Concordia ends right there. So it's kind of a whole little neighborhood, Concordia. So that's the avenue of Concordia, and then there's marked by all these little streets that are like Deutsch of the neighborhood of Concordia. Deutsch is 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna end it right there. I hope it's interesting.